Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this opportunity. From the onset, I rise to oppose these reports. Mr. Speaker, an impeachment procedure is a political procedure and a political process. When you look at Mike Mbuvi case in the Supreme Court, it should follow certain procedures. Mr. Speaker, I am sad. I believe that there are two charges. One, under Section 148, Deputy Governor His Excellency William Oduol is a man of integrity. He has worked with many international organizations with repute. Mr. Speaker, the Senate does not serve as a ground of sanitizing or processing political disputes, political egos, or machismo, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, when the great people of Siaya, which is over 500,000, went to polls, they elected our brother and my good friend, Senior Counsel, Governor James Orengo, and William Oduol. They are joined at the hip, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, we should be treating the Deputy Governor, William Oduol, as a whistleblower, Mr. Speaker, sir. Because of speaking against corruption, allegation corruption, Mr. Speaker, in Siaya, is being sacrificed at the expense of others, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to challenge EACC. They should have descended, Mr. Speaker, sir, to Siaya County like yesterday to investigate why 1.1 million was purchased, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, under Article 2265 of the Constitution of Kenya, the final culpability stays and stops at the back of the governor of Siaya, Mr. Speaker. That is the Constitution, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to challenge Governor Orengo to look at the eyes of the people of Siaya and tell them he approved and processed the payment of 1.1 million, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, under Section 148,
what
is
the point of order, Seneta Cherargei? A minute. What is the point of order, Senator Mazayo?
Bwana Spika, tunaelewa kabisa ya kwamba ni haki yake kuongea vile anavyoongea, lakini tu kanuni zetu za kudumu katika hii bunge zinasema ya kwamba huwezi kuongea juu ya mtu ambaye hayuko hapa. Na wewe umeshafanya uamuzi huo mara nyingi. Kwa hiyo mimi nataka kuuliza, je, ni sawa sawa kwa ndugu yangu Cherargei na anaelewa sheria na amekuwa kiongozi wa ile kamati ya sheria kuweza kutaja jina la mtu bila kwamba huyo mtu hayako hapa ndani ya bunge kuweza kujitetea?
Senator Mazayo, Senator Cherargei is giving a dissent. He's dissenting from the report. And his point is that the person who is ultimately in charge is the governor. In this case, the governor is called Orengo. I don't see anything wrong with that. Proceed, Senator Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. As you are aware, I'm the highly sought after legal practitioner in this republic. So my prowess precedes my name, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, under Section 148, Mr. Speaker, of the Public Finance Management Act, Mr. Speaker, you know Senator Sifuna is angling for nothing. You can eggle tomorrow, not in the Senate. Section 148, Mr. Speaker, of the Public Finance Management Act. Accounting officers does not include a deputy governor.
Yes.
It designates the CCM. The law is very clear. The law is crystal clear. Deputy Governor Oduol is not an accounting officer as per the PMF Act, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to assure, and I've read the report, I don't know why Senator Sifuna is shouting across the floor for no reason, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Senate...
proceed to conclude your intervention?
I still have time, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is very important that I have read the report on the aspect of misleading the public, Mr. Speaker. No one has controverted, even the governor or the office of the governor. We were never shown a letter that the governor controverted the allegations of misleading public by DG Oduol, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this house is a house of integrity. We shall not invite political disputes, Mr. Speaker, to be resolved here, Mr. Speaker. The deputy governor, Mr. Speaker, does not sit in tender committees. He is not an accounting officer, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we need to protect evolution under Article 96,
Senator
Mr. Speaker.
Cherargei, would you wish to be informed by Senator Osotsi?
No, on this one, if it was the issue of Ugali, I would have agreed, but on this one, I disagree. Mr. Speaker, sir, in conclusion, They say the arc of moral universe is long, but it bends to justice. The people of Siaya are getting justice today because we will ensure DG Oduol go back to his work, Mr. Speaker, and continue to serve the people of Siaya. Mr. Speaker, you saw our troops in the National Assembly of Kenya Kwanza during the finance bill. The same knife we use at the National Assembly, Mr. Speaker, is we shall use to vanquish and ensure we incinerate anybody who would want to allow the corruption to be sanitized, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I oppose this report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.